7th grade Science Sharks. Thanks for having me back. It is Potassy, and as you can see, I am better off for my lab safety because I got my goggles, but I got my hair back and I didn't wear the cape because we are going to be dealing with fire today. So Miss McD asked me to be here because we're talking about solids, and since I'm a metal, I know all about solids. So what I've got here is I've got a sphere and my ball. So what am I going to do with this? First, you can see that we've got two solid metals, and when I push them together, there's no problem. They can go right through. My sphere and my ring go right through each other. So what do you guys think is going to happen if I heat my sphere? That's right, we should expand because we know that heat increases the kinetic energy, and it's going to probably expand the space between the particles in the sphere. But what about this ring? What if I cool the ring? Nice job. Yes, if I cool this ring, the particles are going to, the space between the particles are going to get closer together, and the kinetic energy as it goes is going to decrease and it should contract. So nice job. I really like that. So this is the same thing we learned when we talked about our expanded heat when we took our bottle and we put it in water. What happened? We expanded the air in the bottle. The kinetic energy increased, the particles started moving around faster, we had expansion. Same thing happened when we did our liquid. The particles, the space between the particles increased, we had the water come out the top of the tube, everything was expanded. So the same thing was reversed when we had the contraction. So let's see what's going to happen here. I'm going to go ahead and start heating my sphere. And yes, this Potassy is not used to doing this, so this may take a minute. All right, so we've got that going on. I'm going to go ahead and meanwhile put my ring in the ice water. So it's going to get super, super cold. Meanwhile, while I'm holding this here, I'm going to talk a little bit about what do you think is going to happen. I've got this metal sphere and I'm heating it. Oh, nice job, guys. So you think the heating, we're going to increase the kinetic energy? We sure will. The kinetic energy right now is increasing in the particles. More space is being created, expanding the space. Nice job. So what about this over here in the ice? The ring? Yep, I agree. We're going to totally decrease the kinetic energy in the ring, and the particles are getting closer together. So let's take a look now and see what's going to happen. You guys notice I can no longer fit this through. I'm going to make sure that you guys can really see that. I want to make sure this is super, super hot. I felt it. It couldn't go through there, but we're going to make sure this is really, really hot. Because sometimes with solids, it takes a little bit longer for the particles to really move around. But I want you to see the expansion that's going on in this sphere. So 1, 2, 3, there. It's not going through. I can't push it through. I'm pushing as hard as I can. Different angles. You guys can see we expanded the space between the particles. Now it's starting to cool down as I'm holding it, so it's going to start going through because as we said, as we cool down, the kinetic energy is decreasing, so the space between the particles is beginning to contract. When we heat it up, the space between the particles increases, so it expands. Thank you so much for visiting me at my kitchen. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you guys today, but I really, really appreciate you listening to everything about solid expansion from Potassy, your resident expert. Thanks. You guys have a great day and listen to Miss McD. Bye.